This is it, the final week of round robin here in the Dungeonbowl, the final open competition of the season. We have Agile Solutions at the Whiny Beavers. It will be a family feud tonight. Chaos Dwarves versus Dwarves. First up is Agile Solutions. Both of these teams knocked out of the Dungeonbowl. And for Agile Solutions, this will be their last game of the season. Huggles has done a pretty good job here as a new coach. He's taken on not one but two different teams. He took on an Orcish team in the Spike Magazine Trophy, and he picked up this Chaos Dwarf team here in the Dungeonbowl, and has acclimated these teams, I think, faster than most new coaches acclimate to the game. And so tonight, I think we're going to be in for a really fun match. Agile Solutions, of course, as was mentioned, this will be their last game of the season. The Whiny Beavers, however, even though they're knocked out of the Dungeonbowl, this will not be the last we see of them this season. They have earned a spot in the Blood Bowl. The Blood Bowl, the final competition of the season, it is an invitational where the top 4 teams of the season will duke it out to find out who will be the MAML season champion, the Blood Bowl champion. So, Agile Solutions is looking to put some hurt on the Whiny Beavers here tonight. If they can get some injuries, if they can get some casualties, they could be directly responsible for the Whiny Beavers having a tough time in the first round of the Blood Bowl. Let's take a look at their lineup really quick. They got an 11-man lineup. Chaos Dwarven team, everybody's level 1 except for Bob, the CTO. He is level 3 with Guard and Mighty Blow. That's a devastating combination. 6 players with with Block. Block's always a good skill to take. But really, down here, the 3 Hobgoblins and the Bull Centaur, these are the stars of the show for this team. They are Chaos Dwarves versus Dwarves, so really, what's the difference? Well, for the Chaos Dwarven team, it's these 5 players. The 2 Bull Centaurs have an MA of 6, they have Sprint and Sure Feet. That means that they effectively get 9 spaces of movement every turn, and one of those they're going to get a free reroll. They have a respectable AV of 9, and the strength of 4 makes them devastating to contend with. They're very fast, they're very strong, they're hard to deal with when used well. But then we also have the Hobgoblins. The Hobgoblins are different from goblins you see on other teams, primarily because they have a strength of 3. That is great for a goblin. Most goblins have a strength of 2. That makes them very easy to block down. These goblins have a strength of 3, and they're very, very cheap. They're fast, their strength is pretty good, and they are cheap. There is no need to be Mars Hall, says Agile Solutions blast through their opponents like waterfall. I hope so. We're gonna see if their agile methodology works out for them tonight. But these Hobgoblins here, because they're so cheap, and they're really, really great compared to other goblins here with this strength of 3, they are fantastic for not just getting assists, not just fouling, but you can tie up players with these Hobgoblins very easily. And if it weren't the last game of the season for Huggles, if he loses a Hobgoblin, so what? He buys one back. But I think tonight, we'll get into the petty cash in just a minute, and it's a doozy. But tonight, I think we can. I don't want to say most likely, because Huggles has been traditionally very hesitant to foul and potentially lose some players off the pitch. But I think tonight we might see some Hobgoblin fouling. And that's going to be due to the petty cash that he'll be getting in the TV difference, which we'll talk about in just a second. Otherwise, other than these 5 players, it's typical bashy game here for Agile Solutions. They're going to cage up on offense. They're going to try to open up holes. They're going to try to move their cage down the pitch. I think if they put these Bull Centaurs on the front of the cage, it'll be a hard cage to break. Their Dwarven opponents don't have the speed to really get behind the cage. The problem is he's going to almost certainly use one of these Bull Centaurs as his ball carrier. You'll notice, despite the name Agile Solutions, their agility is not their strong suit. The speed on the Bull Centaurs are, but most of the team has an abysmal AG of 2. And so what Huggles has been doing, and I think has been a fine tactic, is on kickoff return, he's been using one of the Hobgoblins to pick up the ball, to hand off to the Bull Centaur, and then get his cage started from there. So that's going to tie up one of the Bull Centaurs as a ball carrier himself. But if the other bull carrier is on the front of the cage, that gives you a really strong side on one of the cages. With a strength of 4, with most players having a strength of 3, that means at least 3 players have to get tied up just to block down a bull centaur on a 2-die block. Another tactic he can use for that second bull centaur is to use him to harass the other player. He can use the bull centaur to be the player to try to break open some holes on offense. On defense, he's not going to have to screen out too much. He's got the speed advantage over the Whiny Beavers. He can put up a solid defense right in front of the Whiny Beavers cage. The Whiny Beavers are going to do nothing but march their cage down the pitch. And Hoggles doesn't need to be too worried about the wide zones, which means on defense, he might elect to go too deep right in front of the cage. He can use those bull centaurs to just protect the corners, and he can shift the backside of his column to whichever direction he needs to go if the Whiny Beavers decide to commit down a wide zone. The Whiny Beavers, again, being very, very slow, if they do commit to a wide zone, Hoggles is going to have a chance to collapse down on the cage, and the Whiny Beavers are not going to be able to move laterally, which is just going to increase the defense that Hoggles can put right in front of that cage. 0 cheerleaders, 0 coaches, coach assistants, 1 fan factor means he is more than likely not going to have the fan advantage in this game and not going to have the kickoff events, not going to have the odds of the kickoff events going in his favor, but it is a die roll and anything can happen. 1 apothecary and 2 TRRs, not great, but he will probably pick up some tonight, and that is because the Whiny Beavers, with an a TV of 1910, they are giving up a massive, a ludicrous, an insane 870,000 gold in petty cash. 870,000 gold in petty cash tonight. The Hoggles can do anything he wants with it. You know what? He can just take that money and retire. You know what? Forget it. Just don't even play the match. Just take the money, go home, you're golden. That's, I mean, a wizard's going to be no question. No brainer. Wizard's coming in play. The reason I say he might not be afraid to foul with those Hobgoblins tonight, he has an 11-man line, but he can buy some bribes. No problem. Buy some bribes. Buy 3 bribes. And then foul all day long. Why not? He can get those bribes. He can get a wizard. He can get some extra TRRs. He might even be able to get a star player out of it as well. It's a lot of money. But before we start considering those options, let's take a look at the Whiny Beavers lineup here. 12-man line. This is a beastly line. 1 Death Roller, the secret weapon on the team. Merrick has traditionally been bringing out the Death Roller on turn 1 and been trying to get some hits with it. The problem is the AV is only 1. So if Hoggles wants to tie up that Death Roller, he can. He can throw somebody in front of the Death Roller. The Death Roller's tied up forever unless he can take that player off the pitch. The Death Roller, of course, is meant to take people off the pitch. But not too much success with that with Merrick here. It just hasn't been working out. It's a very expensive player that hasn't been working out. We'll see if he takes it on turn 1 again tonight, or if he wants to save it for a later drive. Remember, because it is a secret weapon, it only gets to be on the pitch for 1 drive. SP Beaver says we're going to start the inducement phase. All right, we'll finish up our pregame here in just a few minutes, and then we'll get the game underway. This is the big thing to take a look at when you look at a Dwarven team. Block, 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 almost all across the board. Look at these level ups. Guard, 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 guard. Unbelievable. This is a difficult team to break through. The Troll Slayer has dodge. What? Another dodge. 3 players on this Dwarven team have dodge. Insanity! Who's ever heard of insanity? Vendor says, SB Beaver, you beat me to the first sub. Sorry, Vendress. But thank you for the subs, guys. I genuinely appreciate it, and I hope you guys are having fun. I know I am. Level 4 RRL here. The Whiny Beavers came into this competition with 2 level 4 runners, I think, or at least 2 level 3 runners. One of them was lost to the undead team, the Shambling Shitstorm, and now plays for them. I would love to see this level 4 runner get lost as well. He has an MA of 7. He is super fast. He is hard to deal with. Stat increases are always very, very strong. But the Whiny Beavers, in turn, are going to play a bashy game. They're on offense. They're going to cage up. They're going to try to march down the field. On defense, they do have to be a little bit careful and screen out the Chaos Dwarves a little bit more than the Chaos Dwarves have to worry about the Whiny Beavers. The Chaos Dwarves do have those 2 Bull Centaurs, and with the exception of Arorel here, if he breaks free one of those Bull Centaurs, the Whiny Beavers are just not going to be able to catch him. So he does have to be careful on defense. He does need to spread out his team a little bit. He'll have to try to screen somewhat. He just needs to pay attention to those Bull Centaurs. I think the winner of tonight, despite it being a massive TV difference, I think the winner of tonight is going to be the player who makes the best marks. The player who decides, who makes the best marks to tie up the right players at the right time, who makes clever or sound blitzes to take players off the pitch, to open up holes, to push players out of the way. If you can do that, if you can tie up a player, it's any way you can take a player out of a drive. In other words, if he's tied up and can't move, great. If he can't get to where he needs to be, great. If you take him off the pitch, great. The winner of tonight is going to be the coach who is able to play that game the best. It's going to be a chess match, with the possible exception of this death roller. If this death roller comes out, he's just going to try to maul everyone as much as he can on the drive that he's in play. But otherwise, tactical key marks is going to be the name of the game tonight. Look at what's going on with this staff over here. 10 cheerleaders, 10 coach assistants, 8 fan factor. The Whiny Beavers are almost certainly going to come into this game with a +2 of fame, 1 apothecary just in case, and 5 TRRs is very respectable. All right, looks like the coaches are about to get underway here. They're starting their inducement phase. And it is already underway. Inducement's already chosen. I am excited to see what Hoggles and Agile Solutions has decided to bring onto the pitch with them, with all that crazy petty cash. And it looks like the Whiny Beavers will be kicking off. Let's take a look. What did Hoggles bring? He's got 2 extra TRRs. He's got 1 bribe and a wizard. 2 star players. Holy moly. He's got Hithark here. He's got block. He's got sure feet. He's got sprint. He's another Bull Centaur, of course. He's got break tackle. He's got juggernaut. Oh, wow. No, it looks like the Whiny Beavers are actually receiving. The Whiny Beavers have a kickoff return player. Let's see what this other... Oh my god, is he a chainsaw? He is a chainsaw. And it's a riot. Both teams lose a turn. I think they're fine with that. It's a pretty average kick for Hoggles and Agile Solutions. The Whiny Beavers are going to get this ball in turn 1. Hoggles bringing the chainsaw player. He is a secret weapon, so he's out on this drive only, but he is looking to put some hurt on as well. You see the Death Roller did come out on the pitch. 7-man line for the Whiny Beavers versus a 3-man line for Agile Solutions. Agile Solutions playing everybody else deep. Decent coverage, good screen. We'll see how the Whiny Beavers want to proceed. They're going to... Does a clean hit. 2 more blocks to go. Will he take those blocks before he moves other players is the question. He is. Second block, this time on the left tackle. Good hit. And he gets a stun. Well done. Last game, Hoggles decided to put one of the Hobgoblins up on the line. Didn't do it this time. Wow! Triple skulls on the Death Roller. He's going to have to spend the TRR. That is unfortunate. Failed the loner roll, and that is the turn for the Whiny Beavers. That is the threat of using these big guys with the loner skill, or really anyone with the loner skill. Journeymen are also a problem. If you want to take that block, you want to take it last if you can, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you want to see what the result will be before you move anyone else. But now Agile Solutions is going to have a chance to collapse on the Whiny Beavers. Whiny Beavers looking for their first win in this competition. Not a bad team, not a bad coach at all. Whiny Beavers are the Chaos Cup champions. That is what earned them their place in the upcoming Blood Bowl. They are also the Spike Magazine runners-up, but they couldn't get a win all competition here in the Dungeon Bowl. Vendor says, wow, that was so unfortunate. Clearly no block is safe indeed. Blitz with the chainsaw player. Here we go. Oh no, he failed the chainsaw. The chainsaw's gonna kick back on him. Oh, yikes. Looks like he spends the TRR. Doesn't break armor with the chainsaw, but now he is down a TRR. He's down to 3. He's got to be careful with the rest of his actions this turn. On a 1, a chainsaw will kick back on you. Chainsaws don't make block rolls. They just go straight to an armor roll. Now it looks like Hoggles and Agile Solutions, they're going to move. He moves his number 11 Bull Centaur down the left wide zone. He needs to be. He can't get too aggressive and try to move back on this ball. He needs to stay in front of his team a little bit. But he has options here. He can put pressure on one side or the other. It looks like he's going to play cautiously. He has played traditionally very, very cautious defense. It's worked out for him all competition. So he's just going to move up a couple spaces. He leaves the center tackle here, this Chaosdorf blocker number 6, right in place. Now the Whiny Beavers are going to get a second shot at getting their offense going here. So Hoggles decides not to take advantage of the error. He'll take a 2-die block on Knobbly, the star player. It's a good, clean hit. Hoggles electing instead to just secure his defense. And now we'll see that 2-die block against this Chaosdorf blocker, not with the Death Roller this time, I imagine. Goes for the ball pickup right out of the gate. Well done. Yeah, and he's going to cage up right here at center pitch. Who is he going to cage up with? Does he want to take this block before he fills in the front of his cage? We'll see. He's got the 2 Troll Slayers in the end position. Earlier in his competition, he'd put them in the guard position and used them to push players out of center pitch, which I thought was really smart play. The rest of the coaches have gotten wise to that. Now he's put the Troll Slayers on the end positions, and he tries to leverage them to split up the opponent's defense and use that to open his holes and decide where he wants to move his cage. Hank the Ranger says, is Doug on the pitch right now? Let's see. Oh, there's no Doug. No Doug. Did Doug die? Is Doug injured? No, Doug is in. He's in the dugout. Good block by the number 11 Longbeard. Look at all of these guard skills on all of these dwarves. Guard means that whether or not you're in an opponent's tackle zone, you're still going to give your assist on a block. Vendra says Doug is in the dugout. I see what you did there. I'm glad you do. There's that Death Waller going for the foul, trying to take players off the pitch. Didn't work out. Turn 3 now for Agile Solutions. They're probably going to reset their defense here. The problem is they need to think about taking a 2-die block if they can. I don't know if they can, though. They can try to get a 2-die block on this Troll Slayer if they want, but everything else is a dodge, and they don't. This is not a team that wants to dodge. Chainsaw failed the armor roll again. Mystery Man 64 dug in the dugout. Makes sense. Bull Centaur. Oh, he does. So he moves the left side Bull Centaur back to apply some pressure on this cage. Does he want to move this cage to the right? Is that his goal here? Two-die block with the Hobgoblin. Good block. Well done by Hoggles. You can get a two-die block on this Troll Slayer as well. He's closing down on this cage. So he wasn't trying to force the cage to move right. He's trying to collapse down on the cage. He needs to be careful of potential holes over here. Merrick can run right through this. Hoggles moves the right side Bull Centaur back to center pitch. 35 seconds to play in turn 3. And now the left side Bull Centaur just moves one space over. Yes, indeed, he's going to go too deep on this cage. The problem here, he needs to be careful. He really needs to be careful on both sides here. The two-die block on that right Troll Slayer, he's going to push to the right. I think that is fair. And follows up. Well done. Two-die block again. This time, it's going to get a knockdown on the Troll Slayer. And he'll follow up here as well. And he gets a KO. Well done. Agile Solutions now with a one-man player advantage. Unless the Apothecary is spent, which I doubt he will be. Looks like that's just about it for turn 3. So the Whiny Beavers can move any... Oh, he's going to take the one-die block. Both standing result. That's going to be the end of his turn. Turn 4 for the Whiny Beavers. They can go left. They can still go right as well. We'll see if they do actually want to commit to down those two wide zones or not. He doesn't have the speed to outrun Hoggles. Even with that 7 MA runner, these Bull Centaurs can catch him. And they have a strength of 4. Blitz right out of the gate. Two-die blitz. Is he going to take the push, or does he want to re-roll it? He takes the push. And he follows up. Interesting choice. He follows up. He'll still get the assist because he has guard. Wow, another push. Blitz has been spent. He can foul if he wants, and he probably will with the death roll. Well, I don't know if he probably will. He might take a block with the death roller. He's going to move the cage straight ahead. Wow, interesting. So he says, I am not afraid of you. He's going to move right down center pitch. Doesn't feel comfortable committing to either wide zone. Two-die block on this Chaos Dwarf blocker coming up. Or maybe not. So the Troll Slayer has, you know, that skill. Frenzy. So when he takes his block, if he gets a push, he has to follow up and he has to take a second block. 3-die block with the Death Roller is going to be a good hit against this Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin only has an AV of 7. Easy to take off the pitch. We'll see if he does. Does he move the Death Roller up? I can't imagine he does. Yeah, he keeps that Death Roller in place. Only gets a stun. I think that is... Hoggles is okay with that. And now that 2-die block on that Chaos Dwarf blocker. is going to be a good hit. Two-die block on the star player, the chainsaw player. It's going to be a dodge push. It's going to try to set up for the surf here. Navaloni has a strength of 2. That's not good for him when he's eating a block, but he's got chainsaw, so he doesn't have to make a block roll in return. We'll see if Nabla will be his first choice here or not. So Agile Solutions has some options here. Does he want to try to break through this cage? Does he want to reset his defense? I don't think he needs to. Well, I do think he needs to. This area right here is dangerous for Hoggles and Agile Solution. If they can reset some players to the left, I think they do. Maybe they just want to reset their screen. Maybe they do want to go in on this cage. It's a tough cage to crack, but if they can, it could be devastating for this Whiny Beavers offense. And he is going to go in on this cage. Looks like he's setting up for a blitz on the back right corner of the cage. Oh, that player's not going to give an assist, unfortunately. He's in this tackle zone here. But he is tying up players. 2-die blitz with the Bull Centaurs. Only going to result in a push. That's fine. And he'll follow up with the Bull Centaur, indeed. So now that is a tackle zone on the ball carrier. Currently a 1-die block coming back on the Bull Centaur. Getting aggressive on this cage. Is going to take a 1-die block on the Longbeard? Oh no, that's a 2-die block. No, that's a 1-die block. "38 seconds ago" is now resetting the Bull Centaurs. Takes a 2-die block against the Longbeard. Both standing. How is that a 2-die? Oh, he does have guard. Well done. Chainsaw! Gets a KO. Well done. That is what I like to see from these secret weapons. And now... Oh! Was the Apothecary used? The Apothecary was used. The Whiny Beavers did not want to lose another man. That stunned player is, well, I don't want to say he's out of the drive. If the Whiny Beavers want to move left, he won't be out of the drive. But this frees up Nabla on a future turn to go somewhere else and chainsaw someone else in the face. 5 seconds left. He might be done here unless he wants to do something with his Bull Centaur. He uses the Bull Centaur to try to fill this gap on the left-hand side. But now he needs to be careful of straight ahead. He's pretty solid here, moving straight ahead. He's got a tackle zone here. He's got a tackle zone here. And then this space is filled by the downed Hobgoblin. Second quarter begins here for the Whiny Beavers. They haven't crossed the center line yet. Traditionally, not a very fast team. It takes them every single turn they get to try to score a TD. And if they can get there early, they often want to stall. Three Bull Centaurs. Man, oh man. Love to see it. Bull Centaurs are just fantastic players. Two-die block now. The Whiny Beavers take a 2-die block against the number 11 Bull Centaur. It's going to be a clean hit. He takes that blitz with the ball carrier. That suggests he wants to move with this ball carrier. And if he wants to move, he really has no choice but to move to the left. Oh, he's deciding what he wants to do. No, he's gonna keep on marching forward. 3-die block. Oh no! Triple skulls will have to spend the TRR, and again fails the loner roll with the death roll. Vendress asked, did Hoggles take a bribe? Could use that chainsaw on multiple drives if he prevents the Beavers from squaring this out. Indeed, he did take a bribe. He has 1 bribe. But now, the Whiny Beavers in danger of losing this ball. Not super danger, but danger nonetheless. I think Hoggles doesn't want to get super greedy here. But they do want to apply some pressure. Hoggles considering his options. Vendor says, Death Roller is clearly a traitor. He's defecting to the Chaos Dwarfs. You know what? He's just done with the game. He's old. He's tired. He just wants to go home to his family. Be a family man. He's tired of running over people with spiked wheels. That's a young man's game. Number 12 Bull Centaur is going to move right back in front of this cage. Two-die block on the front corner of this faux cage is going to result in a push. Does he follow up or not? He does, and so now he is applying pressure. Two-die block on the ball carrier. Clean hit. Where will the ball scatter? It's going to be a chain push. This is an excellent chain push for Hoggles. And he gets a KO! Wow, the Apothecary's gone. Arorel is now out of at least this drive. He does not want to spend that TRR, I think. Mystery Man says, nah, clearly just wants a new entry in the Book of Grudges. That's an excellent scatter for Agile Solutions. I don't think... Yeah, well done. I was going to say, I don't think they want to pick up the ball right here. But now they're going to have to and spin the TRR. 75% TRR. Fails. That's a risky pickup. I think they maybe wanted to take some blocks first and reset their team. But turn 6 now for the Whiny Beavers. Well done by Hoggles here, keeping the Whiny Beavers at bay. He hasn't used any of his inducements yet, except of course the 2 star players that he brought. Two-die block results in a push. Second two-die block is going to result in a push onto the ball. Where is the ball going to scatter? Scatters in Agile Solutions' favor. Agile Solutions, they decided to get aggressive on this cage and it worked out for them. Well done by Hoggles. Whiny Beavers now need to consider their team cohesion. They're split up a bit. If they want to get down on this ball, they need to figure something out with the rest of these players. There's no need to be a marshal. Thank you very much for the follow. I genuinely appreciate it. Oh, no! Double skulls again! He has to spend the TRR. Wow! Gets a push out of it. Two TRRs a pop now. The Whiny Beavers, more importantly, does not have a TRR left for the rest of this turn. He gets a tackle zone on the ball. Will it be enough? One die block on the left-hand side is going to result in both standing. He stays alive for the drive. Lost his blitz. 4 players left to do something with. And it looks like he's going to pull everybody back to the right, back in front of this this faux cage from Agile Solutions. Might be switching to defense here, just trying to prevent Agile Solutions from getting that ball in the hands of a Bull Centaur and scoring. They can move 18 spaces in 2 turns. 2-die block against the number 4 Chaos Dwarf blocker. It's going to result in a push. Or both standing, that's cool. Stands up the number 4 blitzer. Is he going to keep him there? Probably. He probably doesn't want to dodge. Not with an AG of 2. Alright, turn 6 here. Now, for Hoggles, can they block down this Longbeard? They can indeed. Well, can they though? Oh, it's so tricky. They're gonna go with the chainsaw first again with the failed armor roll. Not getting enough out of this star player. Try as he might. 2-die block over on the right hand side. It's gonna result in a clean hit. It's all he needs. And now he will probably try to pick up this ball with the number 12 Bull Centaur. Does he move everyone else first? Everybody else is marked. Does he want to take some hits first? He could take a block here on the number 13 Longbeard, perhaps? Or he could just go after this ball while he still has a TRR available. Hoggles considering his options. Still has his bribe, still has his wizard. 45 seconds left in turn 6. What does he want to do? He's going for the ball pickup. Failed the pickup. He has to spend the TRR. 75%! Good pickup! And now, does he start going downfield or not? Can he protect that Bull Centaur if he starts marching down pitch? He doesn't need to, but he's going to try. Doesn't go for any GFIs. Will he go for any GFIs? He doesn't have a reroll. Nope, that'll be it. It looks like this is the best he's going to do here to protect the Bull Centaur. It's not bad. Once again, a both standing result here on the left-hand side of the pitch. Both of these players, they're just in a boxing match. They're just fighting each other. They don't even care what's happening with the ball. Turn 7 for the Whiny Beavers. This was their turn to score, and now they desperately need to prevent the score. Can they try to break through this team? Fender says he doesn't need a reroll for the Centaur. They have sure feet. Wouldn't be able to use the team reroll anyway. That is an excellent point. Well said. Sure feet gives you a free reroll on a failed GFI. In fact, I would have taken those GFIs then. Two-die block on the number 4 Chaos Dwarf blocker is a good block. Is he gonna try? Is he gonna try a dodge to try to get at this Bull Centaur? Whether he does or not, it's gonna be an uphill block unless he tries a couple of dodges. But he's gonna try to surf this star player first. Well done. And I think that's fine. Nabla, he had a couple turns left, but wasn't really getting anything done. Nice to see you, Nabla. I hope you... I wish you well on your travels. 1 minute to go. The Whiny Beavers desperately looking to do something to stop this score. They really have to, or they're going to have their work cut out for them in the second half. But this is excellent positioning by Hoggles. That's a number of dodges to make just to get at the ball carrier. He's going to take that one-die block back behind the Bull Centaur. Follows up. He's going to be marked by 2 players, but he's also marking 2 players. 30 seconds to go. He still has to dodge. Does he have his blitz on the table? It looks like he still has his blitz. He might just go for the blitz. One die block back in this boxing match is going to result in a push. Frenzy follow-up. And another push. With any luck, he'll get another surf out of this. "13 seconds to go. Is he going to go after this ball carrier? Looks like he might take this block on the Hobgoblin. Or not. Yeah, here we go. Failed the dodge. He had to. Spends the TRR. Failed it a second time. That is unfortunate. Now there's not much the Whiny Beavers can do to catch this Bull Centaur. He moves down pitch as the first order of business. And then Agile Solutions will probably stand up this player. Maybe take a block or two here. And then he's pretty much golden. Bevers says the Beavers are afraid of using their death roller. Yeah, yeah, and I don't think it's been working out for them. I think the death roller has been their downfall of this competition. That's a lot of TV that they've been giving up, and they really haven't been getting much out of it. Two die block, good hit on the number 13 Longbeard. I might have taken that block differently. I might have taken the block with this this blocker instead, and then the Bull Centaur could have blocked this guy. But he can still blitz the blitzer if he wants. The blitzer does have dodge and block, so he has to be careful. He says, you know what? If this blitzer wants to move, he'll have to move around anyway. He's got to dodge one way or another. I am fine. I will protect the ball carrier. I think that is perfectly acceptable. Gets a push with the number 13 star player, Bull Centaur, Hithark. Takes a one die block on the left-hand side of the pitch. Really not doing much. They're just fighting each other, shoving each other around. It's not really a boxing match at this point. It's more like a wrestling match. It does get him one space away, so he doesn't have to be afraid of getting surfed on the upcoming turn with two frenzy blocks. Final turn for the Whiny Beavers. Is there anything they can do to stop the score? Anything at all. They can't blitz with this guy. They could try to blitz with him. But no. No, they're going to take a one die block instead against the Hobgoblin. Trying to take the Hobgoblin off the pitch. It fails, and he gets KO'd instead. And that's going to do it. Turn 8. Turn 8 for Agile Solutions. They're gonna walk this ball into the end zone. They're gonna go up 1-0 at the half. Oh God, what's happening? Please walk the ball into the end zone. Don't take a block, just go. Oh, shoo. 1-0. Agile Solutions scores on the Whiny Beavers half, and they're going to get the ball back going into the second half here. There's no need to be. Marsal says, now that's what I call a sprint, indeed. Well done by Hoggles. We talked before the game started how he's been acclimating to his team, and there you go. You see it right there. Now the Whiny Beavers have their work cut out for them. They can't win. Well, they can win, of course. They only got back one of their knockout players, too. But it's going to be a rough game to try to win. If they want to win, the secret weapons get called off. If they want to win, then they're going to have to play super aggressively. But they do have the Blood Bowl to consider. I don't know if they want I don't know if they want to get super aggressive just for a win that's not going to matter. I think they might just want to save their team. Hank the Ranger says, well played. Well played indeed. Very impressive first half by Hobgoblins and Agile Solutions. They employ proper Agile. They had a scrum about this morning. They figured out, you know, what everybody did yesterday, what they're doing today, what their blockers are. Fedra says, oh wow, did Hoggles not use the bribe on the chainsaw? He did not. But that's okay, because that means he gets to keep his bribe. Oh, he did. He did use the bribe. I am sorry. Oh, I thought he kept it. But no, you're right. He did use it. I don't know if I would have used it on the chainsaw either. Like, you know, he was in such great position. I think it would have been more beneficial to keep it for this second half. And then those Hobgoblins, or really anybody, could have gone to town. As the second half begins, the Whiny Beavers are going to get back all 5 of their TRRs. Hoggles and Agile Solutions has 4. They still have a wizard on deck as well. If Hoggles scores, this game is all but over. The Whiny Beavers trying to screen out this Chaos Dwarven team with the 3 Bull Centaurs. 2 deep at mid-pitch. He's down 2 players. It's 11 v 9 in Agile Solutions' favor. Here's the kickoff. The Whiny Beavers do have a kicker. So they'll kick into one of the corners. Changing weather, it's not going to matter. 1 extra square on the scatter. Excellent kick. That's the value of a kicker. Kickers are often overlooked, especially by new coaches. Merrick is, of course, not a new coach, but they're very, very strong. When you have a kicker against a team that doesn't have a kickoff return player, they've often got to put at least 2 players back just to cover the reception, and that's 1 more player that they have off the line. Hoggles with a 3-man line. He decided he didn't want to take blocks. He'll take his 1 on the center tackle. He can move out the Hobgoblin to get a second block if he wants. He can move up a Chaos Dwarf blocker to get a second block if he wants. He could block down all 3 players if he wants. I don't see why he doesn't. But I don't know. It's going to depend on what his tactics, what his strategy is going to be in the second half. You see how the Whiny Beavers spread out to try to screen out this team. There are 2 men down. This is where this Dwarven team's at their weakest. They don't like to be spread out. All this guard starts to go to waste once they start splitting up and spreading out. They like to stay together. They like to get their assists. They like to get their skills working here, like guard. Oh, is he going to pick up the ball right now? No, he says, you know what? I'm going to go right next to the ball, and I think that is perfectly acceptable play. Well done. He's going to move the Hobgoblin over to the ball as well. He'll pick up the ball with the Hobgoblin. The Hobgoblin has an AG of 3, and then he'll hand off to the Bull Centaur, who has the AG of 2. That'll make it a 50-50 handoff. Here comes the blitz. No need to take this blitz, but he decided to. He could have just moved him up and got the assist, and then blocked with the guard here. But he decides to take the blitz. Does that mean he wants to move this player somewhere? No, that's it. That is all he's going to do. He's not going to take this other block here. He's going to leave it the way it is. So he's playing, it looks like he's playing defensively. It looks like he's saying, you know what? I've got the lead. You roll dice. You come at me. And the Whiny Beavers are going to have to roll dice. They're going to have to get on this ball and try to snatch it up. Whiny Beavers have not won a game all competition. Mystery Man 64 says maybe opening up the left side a bit too. Yeah, perhaps. And the Whiny Beavers are gonna get aggressive here. It looks like they're setting up the blitz on the number 3 Chaos Dwarf blocker. Or maybe just tying him up. This Longbeard does have block and dodge. That means there's only one face on the block die that will knock him down. Resetting the team, pulling left to try to fill in the gaps here. The potential gaps, anyway. And here's that blitz. 2-die blitz. Good hit. Well done. Does he want to move one more space and tie up this Bull Centaur? Is the question. Nope. The Bull Centaur could take a 2-die block coming back, but he doesn't want to tie up the Bull Centaur. Doesn't see any value in it. Fair enough. 35 seconds to play for the Whiny Beavers. They've got plenty of rerolls. Very interesting, the Whiny Beavers only came into this with +1 fame advantage. That's unfortunate. 2-die block on the right-hand side of the line coming up. Wow, he decides to take the... I was going to say, he decides to take the block, and then he decides to just leave a hole on the right-hand side, but then he thought better of it and moved the runner back 1 space. 2-die block on the right-hand side of the line is going to be a good hit. He is trying to take players off the pitch. He gets a good stun, but really he wants to take players off the pitch here. 2 seconds left. He's going to tie up this line. All right. Turn 10 for Agile Solutions. Yeah, for Agile Solutions now. They've got choices to make. Whiny Beavers are bringing 2 players down this left wide zone. They tied up this whole line. But Agile Solutions just has that crazy speed. Once they get that ball in the hands of this Bull Centaur, he can go anywhere he wants. He needs to be careful of this blitzer. He does have an MA of 5. He doesn't want to give up a block on the Bull Centaur. One of the Bull Centaurs is moving back to the ball. Looks like he's going to try to set up a faux cage here. Hank the Ranger, do your job, Doug. Where is Doug? There he is. There he is. The Hobgoblin. Doug, the account manager. 2-die block with the Bull Centaur on the left-hand side of the line is going to be a good hit. He's going to push the player back towards center pitch, and he gets a good stun. Does that mean he's going to try to start moving down the left wide zone? Doug, of course, the number 8 Hobgoblin, Doug the account manager, infamous for just deciding not to play one full game. He just stayed in the backfield the entire game. Refused to play, but not today. When they had their sprint retro, you know, they told him, hey, Doug, listen, this is something we can improve upon. Doug took it to heart, and now he's in it. He's in it to win it. 2-die block on the left-hand side of the line's good. Results in a push on Arrowrail, the number 8 runner. He was KO'd, and he was the one that came back. Good pickup by Hithark, the star player. And now, where is this Bull Centaur going to run to? Probably back up with his fellow buddy. Oh, no, he doesn't. So he's not going to get the assist here. Oh, man. He's got to move Doug up to assist. Oh, he doesn't. All right, so he says, you know what? If you want to blitz the star player, you're going to dodge for it. Fair enough. takes a YOLO one-die block on the right-hand side of the pitch. It was a skilled block. It was skilled by both players. Skilled as in they both had the block skill. And that's it. Turn 10 back to the Whiny Beavers. So they're probably going to block down this Hobgoblin, I have to imagine, and then start funneling players down here towards the ball carrier. They'll block down this Kasdorf blocker with the number 14 Longbeard and then move this Blitzer down towards the ball carrier as well. Yep, 2-die block on the Hobgoblin. I'll push him over here. Yes, indeed. Good hit. Hobgoblin stays on the pitch. And now, where is the Troll Slayer gonna go? Well, we'll get a 2-die block on the left-hand side of the line. Both standing result. Is he gonna take another 2-die block here with the number 13 Longbeard? He will. This time he's gonna get a push. He'll push him over here. Incidentally, this might incentivize Hoggles to start moving down the left wide zone. We'll see what happens with these two players. Whiny Beavers tie up the number 6 Chaos Dwarf blocker on the right-hand side of the line. Rather, they're going to set up the 2-die blitz. They get a push out of it. Straight back, perhaps? Nope, it's going to push him in towards center pitch. They'll follow up, and that's a good follow-up. That's an uphill block coming back. And now that 2-die block on the left-hand side of the pitch is a good hit, and that'll free up the runner, Urkrin. And now, where does Urkrin go? Where does Urkrin go? Urkrin's got to go somewhere. And then the number 1 Troll Slayer is probably going to go somewhere as well. Somewhere in front of this ball carrier. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he wants to do. So the Troll Slayer moves straight ahead, hedging his bets. Oh, he decides one space to the left. He's not going to hedge them too much. And that's it. He's going to leave it just like that. All right, well done. He says, you know what? I'm going to protect the left wide zone. If you want to come down this way, you got to get through 2 of us. He can get a 2-die block here and try to go down the sideline. He's got players there to help defend. As I was saying before, the Whiny Beavers have yet to win a game. They've only lost 1, though. They're 0-5-1. 5 draws in this competition. Mr. Man64 says his positioning is holding up pretty well considering he's 2-man down. Yeah, he's been doing great here. You know, I would have thought for sure the Blitzer would have moved forward, but I think this isn't bad. Hobgoblin moves 1 space in front of the Blitzer. One of the two Dwarven players is tied up here. He's probably okay with that, and then really only needs to focus on this other Blitzer. Ties up the Troll Slayer. So the thing about the Troll Slayers is they have Dauntless, which means they can easily get a 2-die block if they pass their Dauntless roll. Both Troll Slayers have that. Blitz. Blitz time. 2-die blitz on the Longbeard. It's going to be a dodge push. And he's going to push him toward the sideline and tie up both these players. This is a 1-die block coming back at him now, which I think the Whiny Beavers might be okay with taking. Because no matter who they take it with, they can take it with they can take it with the number 14 Longbeard. It's a skilled block. So block versus a player with block versus a player without block. He might just go ahead and take that 1 die block. I don't know if I would have followed up. Turn 11 for the Whiny Beavers. Whiny Beavers trying to apply some pressure now. Trying to get at this ball carrier. Still playing prudently defensively here. And I think that's a good call. I think Mystery Man 64 is 100% correct here. I think Merrick is cognizant of what he needs to do on defense, and he's playing accordingly. 2 die block on the right-hand side of the pitch is going to result in a good hit. And that frees up Arrowell, the number 8 runner. He has 7 movement points. He's got an MA of 7, but he doesn't have sure feet. Whiny Beavers pulling left. 2 die block on the remnants of this line against the number 13 Longbeard. Probably won't follow up. Oh, Bob the CTO is injured. Well done. And now, does he use the apothecary or not? If he doesn't, he'll only have a 1-man player advantage. He's using the apothecary. We'll see if it holds up. Well done. Apothecary works out. The doctor was called, saves the day. And if there's another drive, that player will be back to play. 2 die block on this Hobgoblin for sure. He's going to try to even up the pitch right here with this block. Oh, no, he's marked. Yeah, see, he took that 1 die block against that Bull Centaur. Well done. The Blitzer freed up again. What to do with him? Does he keep him on D? I think he does. He still has his Blitz available. Yeah, there's that fast arrow rail. 2 die block on Ed, the VP of QA, the VP of Quality Assurance. Frenzy follow-up. He's going to get a good knockdown. Still has another block, possibly another block to take. We'll see if he wants to. One die block, he gets a push out of it. And that might be it. Oh, he's going to blitz with the blitzer. He succeeds in the dodge. He takes the uphill block. He's going to get knocked down. He spends the TRR. He's still going to get knocked down. Wow, he went for it. So not a bad, you know, he did get knocked down for his troubles. But he's got, you know, players in good position on the left wide zone here. So, you know, maybe not such a bad blitz. Hoggles needs to be careful about committing down this left wide zone. He's not safe here at all. He could just reshuffle these Bull Centaurs out to the right, but he's got to protect them. Or he could just try to punt the ball. He could move a player up, say here, and then punt the ball. That might be enough to win this game. Take a blitz. 2 die blitz is going to be a good hit against the number 4. Blitzer back at center pitch. Decides not to move that Bull Centaur any further. I don't even know if he had any MA left. Mystery Man 64 says he's still got his wizard in reserve too, so who knows if or how that factors into his plans too. Yes, excellent point. He does indeed still have his wizard. And that is a threat that Merrick almost certainly has been keeping in mind this whole game. We've talked about it all competition, but as powerful as using a wizard is, just the threat of a wizard is also very powerful. It changes the way your opponent thinks and plays. And he breaks one Chaos Dwarf blocker downfield, crosses the center line for the first time this half. He's going to cage up at center pitch. He's got to be careful here. Both these Dwarven players have guard. He'll still get a 2-die block on this Hobgoblin. But Agile Solutions could try to use the wizard right here at the end of his turn. He could lightning bolt this Longbeard and prevent that 2-die block. Well, potentially prevent that 2-die block. I don't think that's a good use of it necessarily, though. Bender says, wow, the double GFI on the Chaos Dwarf, bold move indeed. Good block on the left-hand side of the pitch in the left wide zone. And that's going to do it. 12 turn back to the Whiny Beavers. What do you do if you're Merrick and the Whiny Beavers? I think they do take this 2-die block on the Hobgoblin. They've got to get somebody in front of the cage. That's probably this Longbeard here. Nope, that's going to be the Longbeard that makes this a 2-die block. Fair enough. 2-die block on the Hobgoblin, perhaps. Let's stand up some players first. Stands up both players on the left-hand side of the pitch. That means Agile Solutions has an uphill block if they want to take it. Arorel's gonna sprint to try to get back in front of this cage. Two-die block on the Hobgoblin. Works out. He'll follow up. Doesn't take him off. These are resilient Hobgoblins, man. Holy moly. So I don't think he wants to get anybody else on this ball carrier. I think he wants to... Alright. 2-die blitz. Uphill blitz. Oh, wow! It works out! I spoke too soon. Uphill blitz. Where does the ball scatter? Does it scatter to the hands of the other Bull Centaur? We'll see. Oh, he did, but he didn't pick it up. Oh, is he going to try to blitz on top of that ball? Or is he going to try to move on top of the ball? He'd have to dodge. It's a -2 dodge to get on the ball. I don't think he does. I think he just stays put. $35 seconds. He's got time. Mystery Man 64 says, luck is a skill all its own. Oh, he did try to go for the ball. Failed it. Failed the dodge. He's going to spend the TRR and fails the dodge again. Oh, that was a different player. Excuse me. Luck is a skill all its own. Yeah, you're telling me. The Baltimore Flippadoops had a full pitch TD last week. And I think we calculated the odds to... Vendress can chime in here. I think the odds were about 0.5%, 1% for it to work out. Two-die block's going to be a good block on that blitzing dwarf. Bender says now might be the time for that wizard. Hit the 3 by the ball. And then surround the ball and try to pick it up. Yes, indeed. But he took the block. He took the block with the Bull Centaur. Well, he's not going to use the Wizard at this point. He's got the rest of his turn to make first. So he's probably going to pick up... He's probably going to take a block here and then try to pick up the ball with this Bull Centaur. Vendra says, yup, 0.5% chance of success. 1 minute to play here for Agile Solutions. They got to take this block. But they're doing the smart thing. They're doing their movements first. Movements are always... You always want to take... If you can, you want to take your safest actions first. And not rolling dice is as safe as it gets. So smart play by Hoggles. Picks up the ball with the Hobgoblin. Decided to pick up with the Hobgoblin because the Hobgoblin has the highest AG on the team. He spends the TRR. He's got the ball. Well done. He doesn't have anyone in position to hand off to that can run, however. He could move the Hobgoblin and hand off, but he's not going to do that. Instead, he's going to try to protect this Hobgoblin as best as he can. That might be it for Hoggles. Turn 13. Final quarter of play. The Whiny Beavers desperately trying to get this ball back. Playing for the draw. Playing for their 6th draw of the competition. Again, the Whiny Beavers, both the Whiny Beavers and Agile Solutions are out of the Dungeonbowl, but the Whiny Beavers are not out of the season. They will be back in the Blood Bowl, the Invitational, to see who is going to be season champion. They're going to take the blocks that were given to them first. 2-die block on the number 3 Castor blocker. Back on the left-hand side of the pitch. Works out. That frees up the Longbeard to do something. Well done. He's going to get an assist with the Longbeard. 2-die block with the number 10 player. Stand up the number 12 player. Two-die block. Gets a push. He'll push and get on this ball carrier. Well done. Now you can take a 2-die block on Hithark, the star player. Oh no, it's still a 1-die. Now it's a 2-die block. Well done. He had to stand this player up first. He decided to blitz with this player instead. He blitzes the ball carrier. Where does the ball go? It scatters in Agile Solutions' favor. And now the Whiny Beavers really can't get at that ball. They do have their runner. If they want to dodge with this runner, they could try to get at that ball. Look at this fight! Wow! Both halves, there's just been 2 players that have been duking it out. Yeah, dodge with the ball carrier. Here we go. He picks up the ball. Where is he going to go? Where are you going to run to? Whiny Beavers now in possession of the ball. All of the chaos are, all of the Agile Solution players are currently tied up. Whiny Beavers, I think that's good positioning for them. Takes the GFI. And another GFI, well done. Mystery Man 64 says, who needs to score on your half when you can score on the other team's half? Indeed, what a game this would be if it ends up with a draw, with each team scoring on the opposing team's half. Protects the ball carrier from behind. Well done. And now, Agile Solutions on the back foot. What do they do? Vendra says, now the Wizard? Yeah, I mean, this would be a great time for the Wizard, in my opinion. And indeed, here it is. Lightning Bolts. He decides to go with the Lightning Bolt. Oh my goodness. Decided to go with the Lightning Bolt instead of the Fireball. And the Lightning Bolts, Fireball's +4, Lightning Bolt is +2, and the lightning bolt failed. How unfortunate. Well, how unfortunate for Hoggles. How very fortunate for Merrick. That is the second failed lightning bolt we have seen in the Dungeon Bowl. One minute to go. He's weighing his options. He can take a 1-die block with this Hobgoblin. He's going to take a 2-die block with the star player. Only gets a push, and now he's pushing him towards the ball carrier. He decides to follow up. Still has a TRR on the table. He's got 1 TRR left for every turn left in the game. 2-die block against Error, the Longbeard. That's an excellent stun. Well done. Hank the Ranger says, "Welcome to the failed lightning bolt club." It's a very, very exclusive club. Oh, wow. So he decides not to blitz the ball carrier. Oh, yes, he does. He takes a 1-die blitz with the Bull Centaur instead. Gets a push, spends the TRR, gets another push. Probably pushes him here. No, he's going to push him up by the Hobgoblin. Does he follow up? Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see. I don't know if I'd want base-to-base contact on that Hobgoblin. So this Bull Centaur is going to get blocked down for sure. Two-die block on the right-hand side of the line results in another push. I don't think he wants to follow up on that one. Yeah, I think he wants to stay put. Well done. Takes a YOLO 1-die block on the right-hand side of the line, and it works out. Doesn't really get much out of it. Turn 14 for the Whiny Beavers. 3 turns to tie this game up. Dwarf versus dwarf. Cousin versus cousin. 2-die block on that Bull Centaur is going to work out. Pushes that Bull Centaur out of the way. And now, if he can get another tackle zone on the Hobgoblin, he can take a 2-die block, but he might not have to. He could take a skilled blitz. Fair enough. He gets a push out of it. I think he's okay with this. Oh, but he's going to spend the TRR. He gets a good hit this time. Doesn't take the Hobgoblin off the pitch. What does he do? He's only got 3 turns. It's his runner. He's fairly fast. But he needs to protect him. Where does he put him? Is he going to put him here? And Hoggle's team is in disarray. He can't really effectively reform his defense here either. He's more than likely going to have to go for the ball instead of resetting his D. But we'll see. This Bull Centaur can get back in the action, and he's fairly, he's fairly quick. "45 seconds to play in turn 14. Nope, he's just gonna go. He is just going to go. Who can get there? The Bull Centaur can get there on a GFI blitz. Whiny Beavers took a 1-die block and failed. And now, this guy can get there as well. So the Bull Centaur could GFI to get the assist. Oh man, no, he'd have to be the assist. This Chaos Dwarf blocker would have to do 2 GFIs for the assist, and then this guy would have to do a GFI blitz. Well, there's the Hobgoblin. Alright. The Hobgoblin. So I think the Hobgoblin and the Bull Centaur are the right decision here to try to take this runner out. Hobgoblin's in position. Does the Bull Centaur come on down? He's got GFIs, but he has sure feet. The problem is it's an unskilled block, but I still think he does that. I think that's the right call, the 2-die block. He has the wherewithal to move his players first. That's good tactics. Collapsing everyone on that ball. He's got a 2-die block. He's got a 2-die block one way or the other. But he's going to have to... Oh, he doesn't want to take the block! Oh, or does he? Is he going to take the blitz with the Bull Centaur? Yes, indeed, he does. 2 GFIs. 2-die block. He's going to have to spend the TRR. Only gets a push out of it, but that's fine. He can push... Yeah, he can push the runner back and make this runner dodge. The problem now is this Bull Centaur is going to almost certainly take a 2-die block, and if he does, the Whiny Beavers tie this game up. Maybe the Bull Centaur dodges? Yeah, I just don't know. Good hit back in no man's land where nothing matters anymore. This is just a gruesome pit of destruction, of maiming. And... Oh, I think he's got a GFI. I think he has to. I think he has to GFI. Well, you know what? This is actually okay. All right, GFI's fine too. That was okay. I think this is okay as well. I might have moved this player up here instead, but this is fine. Turn 15 now for the Whiny Beavers. They've got some dodges. They got some dodging to do. They can make this a 2. They can make this a 2 -1 dodges instead of a -2 and a -1. But it's going to be 3 total dodges. They do have a TRR on the table. AG3, -2, -1, and a positive dodge. Unless they can get the 2-die block off on this Bull Centaur. Which I don't think they can. Three dodges to tie this game up. Each dodge successively easier than the last. Considering his options, he's doing the calculations in his head. Computron 5000, tell me what to do. Dodge number 1 fails. He'll spend the TRR. Fails the dodge. He's not going to be able to do it. And the ball's going to scatter right in front of Agile Solutions. Turn 16. Final turn of the game. I think Agile Solutions are totally fine where they are right now. They could move these players in front here. They could take a block here, maybe take some other blocks. But barring some wacky circumstance, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, the Whiny Beavers could still score. Yeah, get some players in position. Put one more here, just in case. He'd still have to dodge. You know what? No, put him here. Make him do a straight line dodge for everything. Mystery Man 64 says, run the gauntlet. Yes, indeed. Do it. I want to see it happen. He's going to foul him. I think that's smart. He gets a stun. That's it. That's going to do it. Excellent play by Hoggles and Agile Solutions. Vendra says, don't forget the cheeky dwarf pass. He saw firsthand the Bloops play last week. We'll see if that inspires him this week. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's still an option. He could, he could still score with a pass. This Troll Slayer could get into the end zone. He'd have to do a dodge to a GFI. This player could get in the end zone as well without a dodge, but 2 GFIs. It's probably better. Good hit by the Bull Centaur. He's just going to take some hits now. He doesn't even care what the outcome is. He just wants to put some hurt on the Whiny Beavers. So the Whiny Beavers would have to do 2 dodges to a no, they'd have to do 1, 2, 3 dodges to a pickup, and then 2 GFIs, and then a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It looks like a long pass to a TD. It could happen though. Oh, he's not gonna take the 2 GFIs into the end zone. Looks like he's gonna free up the Troll Slayer. I guess. 2 die block. It's gonna be both standing. He's gonna have to now he needs to dodge out the Troll Slayer and then do 1 GFI into the end zone. But first he's gonna go for the pickup and it's not gonna work out. And that is gonna be the game. 1-0. Agile Solutions takes the game and shuts out the Whiny Beavers, not just in this game, but in the entire competition. The Whiny Beavers are going to leave the Dungeonbowl 0-5-2. Agile Solutions picks up their second win of the competition. Well done. A fantastic way for Agile Solutions and Hoggles to go out this season. Super fun game. He played that team excellently. I think this was the best game he's played all the competition, maybe even all season. Really well done. Fantastic game. The Whiny Beavers, I find it hilarious that they didn't win a game. Merrick is not a bad coach at all. Again, he's Chaos Cup champion and he's a Spike Magazine trophy runner-up. I honestly think his downfall in this game was taking that Death Roller. I think the Death Roller gave up too much TV. I think he couldn't really make anything happen with the Death Roller in any of the games. And I think it cost him. But well done to both teams. That was really a really good game and really fun to watch. 8 SPP for Agile Solutions, 7 SPP for the Whiny Beavers. We can take a look at the die rolls really quick. The Whiny Beavers, their D6 die rolls, looking just about even. Agile Solutions die rolls also looking even. And then the block dice for the Whiny Beavers. Whiny Beavers taking a decent amount of block dice, as you would expect from a bashy team. And they're looking a little negative, unfortunately. But Agile Solutions took less block dice. They are also a bashy team, but they played to their strengths a little bit more, and I think you see that reflected in the die rolls here. The die rolls looking just about even for Agile Solutions. But that's going to do it. Well done to both teams. Bravo to Hoggles. Congratulations. Excellent competition. Super fun to watch this Chaos Dwarven team play through this entire competition, and really great to see Hoggles all season long just get better and better as time went on. Hoggles, of course, was in the new coach's pool. If he shows up in Season 2, he will not be a new coach for sure. He will be seasoned and ready to go. But thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks again to Hoggles for coming out and participating in this competition. Again, really appreciate it, and it's been a ton of fun playing against you and watching your matches. And to Merrick, he is now out of the Dungeon Bowl, but he is not out of the season. He will be back in the Blood Bowl. The Blood Bowl is the top 4 teams all season long will compete in the Invitational. to duke it out to see who will be season champion. We can take a look at the standings right now, in fact, of the Dungeon Bowl. So as week 7 starts, SB Beaver says it's time to start firing a lot of players. 1910 is too much TV. It is compared to every other team currently in the league. But we take a look at the standings right now. Agile Solutions, Shambling Shitstorm, and the Whiny Beavers have all been knocked out. In fact, with that win, Agile Solutions is now ahead of, will finish the Dungeon Bowl ahead of the Whiny Beavers. So well done, excellent showing. The Oakland Raiders with 14 points, they have secured the first seed going into the top 4 cut. They still have their game to play this week, but they will be first seed. Second, third, and fourth are all up in the air right now. The Rattus, Purplish Passion, Walmart Death Machine, all with 10 points apiece. The Rattus and Purplish Passion are tied for second, while Walmart Death Machine's in fourth. The Baltimore of Loopadoops also still not out of it with 8 points. The Rattus and Purplish Passion are both guaranteed in as well. Their seed is not guaranteed, but they are guaranteed a slot in the Dungeon Bowl. So 3 slots are taken. The final slot will be taken by Walmart Death Machine or the Baltimore of Loopadoops, depending on who wins that game. So 2 key games this week. Do we have a schedule? Let's see if we have a schedule. We have somewhat of a schedule. So the 2 key games to look out for are Walmart Death Machine at Baltimore of Loopadoops and Los Bastardos de Rattus at Purplish Passion. Those will be the games that determine the seeding for the semifinals. The Rattus play the Purplish Passion Sunday, April 11th at 9:10. I actually believe that's 9:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That'll be a live stream. Pre-game starts 10 minutes before the listed time, and the stream will go live 25 minutes before the listed time. The final 2 games of Week 7 have not been determined yet. Walmart Death Machine and Baltimore of Loopadoops, also the second key game this week. But do not count out the Shambling Shitstorm versus Oakland Raiders match. So the Shambling Shitstorm have been knocked out of the Dungeon Bowl, but they could still put some hurt on the Raiders going into the semifinals. And in fact, if the Raiders make the Dungeon Bowl, it could hurt them there as well. Shambling Shitstorm is an undead team versus the Oakland Raiders that are an orcish team. So that is also bound to be a bashy game. And if Wenger and the Oakland Raiders are not careful, they might lose some players to the Shambling Shitstorm. Shambling Shitstorm, Malik in the Shambling Shitstorm, he's another player in the new coaches pool that has not been shy. He's been acclimating to his team. We saw him play an excellent game last week. And he's not been shy with this bashy team. He is willing to go all in. He's willing to foul you. He is willing to hurt you. He's willing to surf you. So it'll be a fun game to watch for sure. Don't count that match out. But that'll do it tonight. 1-0 is the final. Agile Solutions comes out on top against the Whiny Beavers. Congratulations to Hoggles. And we'll see you guys, it looks like Sunday at 9:15 p.m. We might have another game scheduled before then or not. But the schedule will be up on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Twitch as per the usual. So thanks again for coming out. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. Play Blood Bowl. It is a fantastic game. And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.